Welcome to the Ross Cloud Podcast. I'm your host, Carl Ross Sr., and this platform was created to motivate and to inspire in hopes that you will become a better you. I'd like to give a shout out to everybody that's listening all over the world. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Ross Cloud Podcast. We have a very, very, very special guest with us here on today. He is artist yehoshua. I said it right.
Look at that.
Listen, you have no idea. I was just sitting here in my mind while I was doing my introduction. I was like, please get it right. Please get it right. Please get it right. The cameras are on. Let's get it right. Awesome. So listen, welcome to the Ross Cloud Podcast. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for gracing us with your presence here on the Ross Cloud Podcast. So let's talk about how did all of this begin. I'm very familiar with the background of your family, very artistic, very musical family. So you're a natural anyway. It's God-given talent. You have to do it. It's in you. It's in your genes. You have to do it. But I want to hear about your journey and how you got started, and then we'll talk about some of the great things that you're doing.
Sure.
All right.
Sure. Absolutely. Well, first off, like he said, my name is yehoshua. Thank you guys so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Along with that, I would say I really started around 3 years old, I believe, and it wasn't even with singing. I started playing drums at first.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotcha.
My dad, he gave me my first drum set. It was blue. I really remember that. And my brother and I, at the house we lived in at the time, there was a den, and we would play drums, and he would play the piano.
Sure.
And progressively throughout the years, I started opening up a little bit more because I was a shy child.
Okay.
I was pretty shy, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And with that, I became more open because I would sing to myself, but
Sure.
my mom and my dad, they definitely helped me push more singing towards the crowd.
Yeah.
At in churches and things
Sure.
like that.
Sure. That's where it all starts.
Yeah.
You know, you start there, and my baby can sing.
Yeah.
You know, get up there and sing that song, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what you did. So after that, you started singing in church. You got all the nerves out the way, all the shyness out the way. What was the first big thing that you did that said, I'm here? What was that first big thing for you?
I believe it had to have been when I took a step out on my own.
I got you.
And there was two really big milestones with that.
Yeah.
The first time, in church, like you're singing because you're being told to and things like that. But I started realizing my love for it when I auditioned for a talent show.
Yeah.
I want to say I was about 10 years old.
Okay.
And I was so nervous.
Sure.
But I knew that this was something that I really wanted to do.
Absolutely.
Beyond being sort of told what to do.
Yeah.
Especially since it's instilled talent there already.
Sure.
The confidence had to come from inside internally for me to make that choice.
Absolutely.
Outside of the way people would compliment you, saying oh yeah, you're really good at this, you have a beautiful voice, your family's really talented, things like that.
That's right.
I had to look inside and ask myself if this is what
I really wanted. Yeah. And you made that decision.
Mm-hmm.
And you jumped out there, man, and you went for it. And that's a beautiful thing. Being an artist comes with so many different trials and tribulations, right? The ups and downs.
Yes.
If you could, you can touch on it just a little bit if you like, but I want to get into your schooling too as well. But if you would, kind of dive into that a little bit and how you handle navigating through this world of the artist, this artistry that we so love and endear. How do you navigate through that?
I realize it really takes one step at a time. A lot of my artistry is instilled with expression beyond the day-to-day. It's very much like all the things that I'm doing right now. In terms of working for my art or looking towards understanding the purpose of why I'm doing it. Sometimes it takes the process of understanding it's not going to happen overnight. or when it does hit you, do whatever you can to make that time up. Like, for example, I come up with ideas all the time with lyrics or with vocal harmonies in my head, just working. Like, I got you. You know, doing the 9 to 5 thing. And then it comes to, you can't deny that. You really can't deny that. Yeah. And once you realize that, it comes to a greater understanding that I can't deny myself, because it's coming from me. Yeah. And I have to understand that with my artistry, it's a lot of oversaturation of feeling like there's so many artists out there. Yeah. You ask yourself, am I even worth it? Am I even big enough to take that step and going for what I dream, what I believe in? Sure. It takes a lot of inner confidence and a lot of inner patience to understand that, like, no matter what's going on in the world, no matter what's going on in the music industry and things like that, there's still a place for you. Because for the longest time, I knew I had a sense of belonging with art, with dancing, with acting, all those things, because it's as easy as breathing, you know?
I love it. And I love the confidence, too, that comes along with that. That's good stuff. So whenever you're coming up with the lyrics for a word, I heard you say you couldn't deny yourself. Are you the person that goes in the bathroom and then write it down on a piece of paper, or maybe even
on my notes on my phone,
paper towel, whatever it is? That's right. We have our phones now, so you can record right there on the spot. If you have a tune or a melody that comes in your head, do you turn your phone on and record?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you got it. Honestly, man, you got it. That's an all-day thing, probably. Then, so when you're driving in the car, on your way here, you probably was thinking of something. You'll probably get inspiration from just sitting in here, you know, looking around from the different lights and decorum. You'll come up with something leaving that. So I got to ask you, are you a big fan of Prince?
No.
What?
I love Prince's. I love Prince's aesthetic.
Okay.
But I'm not the biggest fan. Like,
really?
I would say my mom, my dad definitely played him throughout the house growing up.
Of course, yeah.
I really appreciate his artistry.
Sure.
But if you could give me a song, I probably wouldn't know it. I probably wouldn't know it unless it's like one of his top.
You.
I know.
Shame on you.
If it was one of his like top 10 or something like that, I would know it. But
okay, I respect that though. I respect the honesty. I really do. But shame on you. He's still like whatever.
I'm telling you.
So who is your go-to then right now?
My go-to artist.
Yeah, go-to artist right now.
Do they have to be big?
Yeah, they don't.
Okay.
They don't.
Okay, because I'm really into the realm of underground artists as well.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
Probably I would say Destin Conrad. He's R&B. He's an R&B guy.
Okay.
Lucky Day.
Love Lucky Day. I love
Day.
Lucky Day. Yep.
I'm really into a lot of alternative music as well. So I love Paramore.
Okay.
In terms of, I mean, like, I genre bend a lot even in my own music. So like,
absolutely.
I pretty much have a variety of artists I really love. But
what are your
those
thoughts?
are the ones that come to name.
Okay, what are your thoughts about John Mayer?
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. Awesome songwriter, right?
Awesome.
He's awesome. I'm a huge I don't know if you're familiar with this band, but you may be. I'm a huge Puddle of Mud rock group. You like them?
Yeah.
Man, you all right with me. You all right with me. You're an artist. You all right with me because I love their music. I like a lot of I like some rock too. Puddle of Mud happens to be one of the ones when Fred Durst first introduced them to the game. When he first introduced them, I became a huge fan instantly. Now, I did think about Nirvana a little bit because they got that same kind of...
Yeah, they're in that same pocket.
Yeah, they're kind of same, but it's something about them that to me just seems a little edgier than Nirvana, even though Nirvana was still very, 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 very edgy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I like Puddle of Mud. I've been a huge fan of them for a very, very long time. We probably could go back and forth and talk about bands all day long.
I know.
So we'll stop. We'll stop right there, okay?
But I love it though. Yeah. Because there's so many artists out there.
Yeah.
You know?
I like country too. There's a few country artists that I like. that I listen to occasionally too. That's on my playlist as well. So I'm with you. I love it. You have to really be engaged in what's happening in this world of artistry. And so you play instruments too. Any other instruments that you play at all?
Well, like I said, I first started playing drums.
Right.
But I also went into band.
Gotcha.
In middle school, I initially started playing the clarinet, then transitioned to alto, tenor.
It. Ah,
so by, I would say, high school, I started playing more tenor sax in the jazz band. Things like that.
Yeah. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I know that you act as well, too. I kind of want to touch on that. But before we do, let's talk about school. How is school? What is school like for you? How has it been? Are you loving everything about it? There's some things you don't like about it. But let's kind of talk about school and being an artist and actually in your education. Right now, you're in school, but you're still enjoying everything about this art. So if you would, kind of talk about what a day is like for you.
What a day is like for me? Yeah. Well, I'm currently out of school, actually.
That's right. I forgot. It's right at summertime. Y'all get ready to go back. When is it? In August?
We go back.
September?
I start spring semester.
Okay, gotcha.
But
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm currently working right now.
Okay, yeah.
You know, just to save up funds and
Come
things
on,
like
man.
that.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
100%
in preparation.
On that. That's right. That's right. But what is it like juggling everything that you do? What is that like? The day, a student and the art and your personal life. You know, you still got to enjoy yourself too. But what is that like juggling all of that? What is a day like for you in that?
I would have to say, with the day-to-day, I'm understanding how much life is the teacher.
Yeah.
School is, I'm in the school of life.
Yeah.
In regards to working, having the time to making my music.
Sure.
And then my own personal life. Like, it's like, how are you able to gain influence or amuse if you're not living? So I'm doing whatever I can to actually fight for what I believe in. In regards to my music and in regards to like going back to school, because I want to explore more of the art of the mind as well, since I've already went to school for acting and vocal performance. Because a lot of post-COVID for me has been, really.
So it's been kind of tough.
Has it been tough? It has, yeah.
I'm glad you touched on that. It's a great segue. If you would, kind of talk about what it was like for you during the pandemic. How did you keep yourself afloat, you know?
Wow. Quite frankly, I don't think I was afloat. You know, I felt as if I was very much with the rest of the world, understanding what is going to happen, what is the future going to look like, and in this constant anxiety of staying within closed doors and within close proximity, or having to pay attention about the close proximity of being near other people, especially people that you love.
Yes.
So throughout that time, I would say I had YouTube to my pleasure and a little vocal mic, a little echo mic, cheap echo mic I got from Five Below, and all I had the time to do was just sing. And then warehouse jobs were the only jobs open at the time.
Yeah, it's true.
So I was just working that. Yeah.
I get it, man. I get it. Just to kind of keep yourself busy so you wouldn't go into such a slump.
Yes.
It was a tough time for everybody, I must admit. There was some that were able to create and come out of this okay, and there was still some that was suffering pretty bad from the mental health side of it too.
Or both.
Both.
Yeah. Because that's quite frankly how I was
a little bit of both. Yeah, a little bit of both. And so what was it like once everything opened it up? What was it like for you? Were you literally like,
get that stretch going, and if only. I think I had a gradual approach. I really think I had a gradual approach because of the lack of the people around me in movement. I think I was surrounding myself with people who weren't as, open-minded about this new world, this new idea. It's kind of just like, now everything's back to fast pace. Gas prices are going up. You're paying attention to the economy.
Yeah, everything.
And it's just like you have this hyper awareness and a little bit of a culture shock.
Oh, yeah. So absolutely.
I would say for me, the best time I have to myself is still behind closed doors. Like whether I'm doing yoga or just dancing in my room, writing my songs. I'm still trying to put myself out there.
Yeah.
But when I do, and when I feel the courage, because courage is not absent of fear.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not.
I do feel in a sense liberated. I do.
That's good stuff. Were you always doing yoga, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Since acting.
I love it.
Since I started acting, because when I was in school, a lot of our classes. Excuse me.
Thank you so much.
Sorry.
You have great manners.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you so much. No, that's good. So talk about yoga a little bit again. I'm sorry.
No problem. When I was in acting school, I did a lot of yoga because it was a part of our itinerary, pretty much.
Okay.
So
I got you.
The more I got into yoga in class, I started, incorporating it within my own life.
Sure.
Especially after I graduated, because I realized how much deep breathing really does help center yourself.
Yes.
It makes you feel more aware, but also in a way of understanding your subconscious and the frontal lobe as well.
I love it.
It's connected.
No. I absolutely love it. This is a great conversation.
Thank you.
I absolutely love it. How does yoga influence you so far as your art? How does that encompasses with your art too as well?
Because that's a great question, actually.
Thank you.
I really feel like it coincides with my spirituality because I'm very much the type of person who needs to feel centered in order to take on a big task.
Yeah.
And yes, I can work under pressure, but it really delves deeper when you're allowing yourself to have a center awareness about all the parts of you that you may close off in front of other people. Especially when it comes to your vulnerability. With my songwriting, I would say over the past year I have become more in tune with my vulnerable side.
Yeah.
Due to the art of yoga.
Sure.
Because you're releasing tension, you're releasing,
all those toxins, everything. Yeah.
So you allow yourself to also release lyrically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vocally, yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I kind of figured that, but I wanted to ask you anyway because I love it when artists are able to actually be in tune with self and be able to kind of just de-stress too. And then when you get ready to present the art, it's like, oh my God. Yeah. You really, that's good stuff, man. What's the best time for you to do yoga? Is it all day long, early mornings, midday, night?
Probably in the morning.
Yeah, that is a good time. That would make sense.
I feel like it's the main time I make time for it.
Yeah. But, because your schedule probably is just so busy. It's like I have to do this before my day starts.
Yes.
I got to center myself, and I totally agree. Is yoga as tough as people would think it is?
I really feel like it's not. I really feel like it's not.
Let me tell you something. I saw somebody do the downward dog. I was saying, I don't think it's happening today.
Well, if you seen the downward dog, I can only imagine your reaction if you saw the pigeon. Oh, I'm telling you, it's like you're laying down, your stomach's on the floor, and then you got one leg and a right angle pulled towards your back.
Okay,
okay.
All right. I see it.
We tried it.
Nope. Won't happen. Not in this lifetime. I promise you, not at all. But I respect those that can do it. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But it's really good to start slow. I will say, all in all.
Okay, then. So you think that somebody in my age group, right, could actually eventually do that?
Absolutely.
Well, you've seen it probably, huh?
Yeah, your flexibility over time, if you're doing it daily, it's like working out a muscle.
Yes.
Yeah.
God bless your heart.
I'll take that.
In the words of Jamal.
I'll take that.
Oh man, but still, I think it's great that you do that. I think doing something, health and wellness wise, whether it's exercising, whether it's walking, whether it's yoga, whatever it is that you do to center yourself before you start your day, I think that's very, very valuable.
Yeah.
Very valuable to the human experience daily. So kudos to you for that. I had to ask that, though, because I know most artists, they do something before they actually start. Now, when you're preparing for an actual, I'm switching gears. I was supposed to be talking to you about school and everything. so all right, I'll pause for a second there. Let's talk about school. What's your major? What you're minoring in college right now?
I'm currently going to school for psychology.
Okay.
I would like to major in psychology. I already did the arts in school and things like that, but this time I feel more certain of why I even want to go back to school because I took a step back for plenty of reasons, but ultimately it was because I needed to come to Jesus meeting to understand what was going on in here. You know what I'm saying? And
I respect it.
I called and he answered.
Absolutely.
He definitely did.
I mean, that's good stuff, though. That's maturity too, though. To recognize, okay, come to Jesus.
Yeah.
Come to Jesus right now.
Okay.
Come to Jesus. Come to Jesus right now. Come on now. And the church said amen.
Amen. Amen.
I love it. I absolutely love it. We all have those moments.
Yeah.
Trust me. We all have them. And when our foundation gets shaken a little bit, and he's right there to lead us right back to that place that we need to be. It's one thing that I'm learning every single day, even as an adult male, as a man, as a father, as a husband, that this is a daily walk. It's not a perfect walk. It's not. It's daily. Daily you get better. So
step by step.
Step by step. That's right. You get daily. And so I'm glad you said that. And so you got yourself centered back. Christ called you and you heard him and you said, hey, I got to realign. I got to fix some things here and I got to take some time and do this and this. I think that is, first of all, it's such a valuable thing that you said. And I'm glad that you said it. I'm glad that you acknowledged it, too. Most folks wouldn't acknowledge that, but you did. And that says a lot about you. But it also says a lot about the foundation in which that you were brought up in. And that's so... You have an amazing father. I've never met your mother, but you have an amazing father.
Thank you.
Yeah, you had an amazing father. Good people. And... But yeah, I had a moment there. That's this beautiful moment there. And so you decided, I'm all over the place right now. I kind of got off a little bit because that was awesome. But so you had to kind of like realign yourself. And you had to make some different decisions. And that's what life is all about. Making your decisions. Sometimes we may find ourselves at a crossroad. You found yourself at a crossroad and then God slowly brought you back in.
Even if you take a detour.
That's right.
Hey.
That's right. And that means that everything's going to be all right.
Yeah. Really?
Really. Everything's going to be all right. So you're getting back realigned, getting yourself back together. And so what now? what now? What are you going to do now?
Well, I'm going to live. No, I'm just kidding. No, but really though, I'm going to be more present with myself. That is a daily walk, like you said.
Yeah.
To be connected to God, to connected to myself, because we are in the likeness of His image.
Come on now.
Understanding the power that He has given us to create our reality.
Come on, man.
That is what I'm working towards, actually, especially in regarding music.
Yeah.
I've been working on this song, listening to it over and over again. I can't get out of my head because it definitely encapsulates my arc of a journey right now.
Come on, encapsulate. Come on now. I love it. I love it. Throw them words out there. Let them know. Let them know. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's good stuff, man. And stay on that journey. Stay on that journey. Now, your father let me hear a clip. I think you were on stage. I think it was at the college too.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Oh wow!
And we'll have B-roll too, so I want you to know that. You got Uncle Jay over there.
Yeah,
you gonna have B-roll on that, okay? Right. Just so you know, okay?
All right.
So let's talk about that moment right there.
Wow, that moment was so profound to me.
Yeah. I can tell because you lit up as soon as we talked about it. Yeah.
It really touches emotionally for me because it was my first time singing on a stage like that.
Sure.
And about almost 4 years since pre-COVID.
Okay.
And aside from church, of course.
Of course.
And that was another moment. That was another milestone. That was the second milestone. It really comes around full circle. Okay.
Yeah.
Comes around full circle. Why I'm doing what I'm doing.
I understand. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I was so nervous, but then when I got on that stage, and also I would say even before, being surrounded with other artists, that really reminded me that I'm not alone in this. We are all connected. We are literally one.
Yeah.
And it's a unified mind. The more people I feel like catch on to that, the more we will have that, bond. But I definitely
agree. I agree. And it's from the youngest to the oldest. Mm-hmm. All of us get it.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it was like me coming to that realization how we can really talk each other up and also share our own artistry with each other, implement ideas with each other. And because it's a staircase, we're all helping each other go up and up.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful day because I didn't expect to win first place. I was really just trying to get my feet wet again with performing.
Right.
But I did, and even that is still wasn't the highlight of the night. The highlight of the night was definitely just doing what I love to do.
That was the exciting part.
Yeah.
To display your passion. I agree because I heard it through your father showed me the video, and I heard it and I saw it. I was like, man, we got to have him on, man. We got to talk about this because I haven't talked with the young man that I talked to today. He was 26 years old, so I talked to. I think he was probably, and you are probably the first. Would you say, Jamal? It's probably the first youngest artist that we've had on here. Everybody else has been older.
Really?
Yeah. So you guys are like, let me make sure I think back. Yeah.
Wow.
So I forgot about Stefan. Yep. Stefan is another. Now Stefan is a filmmaker. So yeah. So between the three of you guys were the youngest group that I've had on the Ross Cloud podcast. So kudos for me for that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah. I applaud you.
Yeah, because I've been wanting to reach out to the younger generation, and my show is not the typical. It's not. It's different, but I want it to be different. I'm going to continue to be different. But I wanted to reach out and have more young people come in, though, because I like to hear the perspective that you have, based off of the experiences that you've had in your life. Mm-hmm. We can't disregard that. We can't just shove that away, because that's valuable and that's important. and others need to hear it because you may be a voice for those who don't have a voice. So anything that you say in this space, because I have a whole lot of artists in this space, it could help somebody, which is the premise of this show, to help people become better through dialogue and conversation.
Absolutely.
So your story will be heard, from others and people that you share it with, and they'll be young and they'll be encouraged and they'll get better, So sure. I'm glad that you came on, Stefan. Shout out to Stefan and Marcus and 3 youngest guests that I've had on the show, and I'm very proud of that. Because for the longest, I didn't reach out. I don't know why it was, but I guess I just didn't think about it. But I'm glad I did.
Thank you. Yeah, it's God's timing. Everything happens when it happens.
Everything happens when it happens. So you won this event. You won the award. You came in first place.
Yes, sir.
Man, what was happening, man? When you were running first place, man, what?
I mean, I wasn't completely surprised, but I definitely would say it was like, because there was a band who brought instruments.
They were awesome.
They were awesome,
wow.
And they came with the whole thing. They came with the whole setup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I felt like they applied more pressure in terms of performance.
Oh yeah,
so,
I'm with you. But see, when you hit that high note, that did it.
You think?
Yeah. Done deal. When you hit that high note, man, the crowd went crazy. I said, "Yep, it's over.
It's over.
It's
That's
over."
it.
And you know what? I had a chance to. I went on your page and I had a chance to hear. I think you were singing. I don't know what you were singing. I was like, his range is crazy. I was like, wait a minute, is he hitting that note? And you did. I was like, wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the recording was good too. I don't know who did the engineering for you, but it was good. I don't know. I wish I could remember the song, but I was so in tune with your tone and your range till I just was like, oh my God. And I think that's what pricked my memory to. I gotta call Brother Davis's son.
We gotta get things together.
So I saw it and I was like, wow. So man, you definitely have a future in whatever you choose, and whatever God's will is for your life. And I like what you said a few minutes ago. I say it quite a bit on this platform, and I absolutely loved it. You said, God is pretty much, you were saying God is the ultimate creator, and we're made in his likeness and his image. He's in us, and because of him we are. So when you said it, I was like, yeah, he's talking that talk, and that's real. You can't lose when you tap into the divine, because he's already there. He's already there. We're moving and walking in the earth realm. He's breathing through us right now as we speak. And that creativity, he started it years ago. You know what I'm saying? Creating the universe. And we are the ultimate creation. And anytime our creator, the creator, has put us above the angels, that says a lot about us, right?
Yeah.
So if we can tap in, really, really tap in, we can really do some amazing creations here on earth and understand that it came from the ultimate creator, God of the universe, source, I am. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll get it. And you get it.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Oh, man.
Because it takes inner work. It really does.
It does.
You can't forget who you are.
No, you can't. And it's not about perfection.
No.
I always tell people that don't misconstrue it now, because God give us these gifts and talents without repentance. If that was the case, he'd have taken it back from everybody that has a gift that might have made a mistake. But he gives you a second chance to get it right. Oh, and I think in the Bible it says 7 times a man falls, but I think he still has an opportunity.
Yeah.
So once you get another opportunity, and you might mess up again, but you'll have an opportunity to revisit and get it together.
That's beautiful. That really comes to mind with something I just thought about, because when you are messing up.
Come on, man.
Sometimes I feel like God is going to give you no choice but to leave you with you.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really that song, you know. I think if we start listening to, if those of us that are believers, if we can get out of the judgment, if we can get away from judging, if we can get out of our mind so much and really tap into this kingdom agenda, and hear some of these artists when they write songs, a lot of those songs come directly from God. That's just like Michael Jackson, The Man in the Mirror. Oh my God. Just what you said. Yep. You got to look back at me again. You know, even the Canton Spirituals wrote a song. You got to sweep around your own front door. That mean I ain't got time to do this because I got 3 pointing back.
Yeah, 3 fingers pointing back. It is
right. So it's inner work.
Yeah,
it's inner work. Looking at that man in the mirror. What can I do to change? What do I need to do to change? You know, of course, we don't want to overdo that or overthink it because it can lead us into a depression. But it's good to definitely look at ourselves and say, okay, today, I'm not going to do that today. I need help with this, so I'm not going to do it today.
Yeah.
And ask God to give you grace. God to give you grace to make it through the next day. So I like the fact that and allow yourself grace. Give yourself grace to during this period in your time, in your life, while you're growing, while you're, reinventing yourself, take that time, that peaceful time, and for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're doing the right thing. You got the right family. You're doing the right thing. And I'm very, very happy that you came on the platform. I am. I as soon as your dad let me hear it, I was like, oh, yeah. You got to have him on. I said, you think he'll come on? He said, yeah. He said, I'm going to give you his number. So.
You called, I answered.
I did, you did. I got a funny joke, y'all. I got a funny joke real quick. When I called, he was talking in the background, and then he didn't know I was on the phone.
No.
He did not know I was on the phone. And listen, nothing bad was said. He was having fun with his friend. He was having fun, and they were laughing. And then he said, oh, my God, hello?
I'm not the best multitasker, but I was like, hold on. I just answered the phone.
Hello?
Mid-conversation.
But you know what? That was divine, though.
It really was, because we were literally in conversation about something aligned with what we're doing.
Absolutely.
What our dreams are.
Yes, that's so crazy. And that's how the phone call went, Jamal. It went just like that.
Yeah.
I was just about to hang up because I was like, he may not want me to, he may not know that I'm calling him, and he might have answered it by mistake. So I was going to hang up.
And try again later. But it just so happened. You said, hold on, what? Hello? Yeah. Yeah. It's a beautiful act.
I know, right, man? That was amazing. And you were very apologetic, but I was like, man, you just don't know who you talking to. I'm the realest of the real. You good.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I really do.
Oh, yeah. Facts, man. You good. I'm real. I get life. I understand life. So I appreciate you for actually taking the time out on a Saturday to come and sit and talk with us, because we usually don't record on Saturday. And we usually don't do anything on Saturday. We take off. unless we do some interviews on Saturday, but we haven't done an interview on Saturday, Jamal. Yeah, we haven't done an interview on Jamal. We did 2 today, so this is our second one. And no, we don't have another one. I'm getting out of here when we done.
Yeah.
But
taking that R&R, rest for Coop.
Yes, and you have to. You have to rest. You definitely have to rest. So
in order to recharge and come back better the next day.
Absolutely. That's so important to rest. So, but man, I thank you. What was are you going to be doing any plays anytime soon?
I do have an audition for a play.
Okay. We praying you get it,
man. Thank you so much.
Praying you get it. Are you
August 3rd. So.
August 3rd, yeah. Are you looking forward to it?
I am.
Do you think your audition went well for the play?
Well, no, I'm auditioning for the play. It hasn't started yet.
Oh, but, I got you. Okay, so you're auditioning for it. Okay, I got you. It's going to work out for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to work out for you. We're going to put that in the atmosphere right now.
I really appreciate it. I'm claiming it.
I know, right? We're claiming it. We pray that you get that role, man, and it continues to put you on the path that you want to go on. I want to talk about how you prepare for a role. What does that look like for you?
Ooh. I have to say, I ask a lot of questions.
Okay.
I like to feel it in my body first, especially the script.
Yes.
So I do a lot of memorization of the script, and then I go on this whole, I like to go on this whole escapade of, what's his intentions? What is the objective?
Sure.
What is he trying to make the other character feel? Basically, a lot of the work I was trained in.
Okay, gotcha.
But it definitely also coincides with things that I already feel inside, because you have to be a vessel. Like the same way you are being a vessel in God's work. When I'm making my music, I have to be a vessel for this character. So what can I instill amongst the experiences that I'm going through in life within that character as well? Because you got to find a way to have a connection to the character, which means unlocking empathy and compassion.
Sure.
So I try my best not to judge. Especially if you don't agree.
Yes.
With the character's motives and their.
I agree.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. You try not to get into that, because then it will kind of sabotage the work. I get it. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that.
Really?
No. I don't think I ever have heard anybody say, I'm gonna try not to judge this character. And when I think about anything that I'm getting, I'm thinking, have I ever judged the character while preparing for it? But when you said it, the first thing I thought about was, why would you sabotage the cat? Why would you sabotage your work before you even get started? So I get that mindset and that thought process about it. But that's a great way of thinking that.
Yeah. Because how are you going to understand them and then be able to portray what they're going through if you're blocking that connection? If you're blocking
that energy. The energy that you need in order to portray that character. That's so too, man. I love that.
Thank you.
Man, you just dropped the bar. I love it. I absolutely love that, man. I think that's beautiful. I love talking to artists and talking to them about how they prepare. And what you said, that was absolutely beautiful. You don't want to do anything to sabotage that, and I think that's dope. Do you do the same thing when it comes to your writing? Do you try not to judge your writing too as well? That's a whole nother thing, then, isn't it?
I mean, it's me,
I got you.
It's a self versus self situation.
Come on.
When you do unlock yourself from judging who you are, then it's like you're not even sometimes I feel like once I got done writing a song, or once I got done recording the song, I don't comprehend what's being said and what's going on until afterwards, because it's like a map. You got to start somewhere and finish somewhere. Do you want it to be open ended? Do you want it to I love it. I love it. I wanted to be intentional about some of the questions that I asked, and usually if I think I'm going to end the show, then 9 times out of 10 I'm not, because I feel like there's more, and there is more that's Thank
there.
you.
So I'm navigating through this thing, and I'm trying to pull out, some of the best gems and jewels that you have to give to those that are listening, so that they too can grow, from something that's being said on today. So lastly, I got to ask you, when you see the roots in this plant right here, right? You see those roots and you see what's happening up top. What are the thoughts that come to your mind when you look at that? And take your time. It's fine,
Thank you for allowing me to sit with it.
Yeah. It even has a paper clip on there at the end. So
it has a paper clip?
I have a paper clip on it.
Where?
Right there in the middle, right there. It's just yellow.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you look at it, you know, it's pretty great to look at, actually. Yeah. You know, when you look at it.
It's giving me a little bit of a dopamine hit, honestly. Calming and relaxing.
Yeah.
But what comes to mind when I see that, it reminds me of something Steve Harvey once said. Sometimes you have to experience dirt in order to grow, because it's fertilizer, you know.
Yeah.
It's something that will help shape and mold you.
Yeah.
But I cannot tell if this has any water in it. I will be honest.
And it does.
It does. Okay.
There's water in there. So you can take that even further. Because we are to be, you know, I think Bruce Lee said it the best. Bruce Lee is the first place I ever heard him talking about us conforming like water. We have to be like water, you know.
Be still.
Be still.
Because things that are...
Yeah.
That's so beautiful, actually.
Yeah.
Something comes to mind. Even though you may not see it growing.
Come on.
It's still growing. It's still changing.
It's still changing.
You just got to...
Yeah. And it's sitting in the water. It's still. Those roots are still. But when you look at the beauty at the top of what's happening here, then you know whatever's happening down here, it's happening here. Yeah. So that inner work that you're talking about is happening to you. And so, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So, yeah, thank you. See, you just helped somebody today.
Yeah.
Just based off of your experience with the roots and the plant. I love it. So tell the folks how they can follow you and get in contact with you.
Sure. Like I said again, my name is Yehoshua, and you can follow me on Instagram at I am Yeho. Add me on Snapchat. I am Yeho. I love to have conversations about artistry, about anything. I love to get deep.
Yeah,
I really do.
I can tell.
So I really appreciate
You're welcome.
the conversation, as well as TikTok as well. At Yeyibo. And hopefully I can say all things will be, you know, below.
Yeah.
On the screen. So yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much, Yehoshua, again, for gracing us with your with your presence here. It's absolutely been a pleasure to talk with you on today.
It's been a pleasure as well for me.
Absolutely. So listen, I hope you guys have heard something that can help you become better. I'm Carl Ross Sr. Make it a great day. This is the Ross Cloud Podcast. Peace.